I started the book with a quote on purpose, and it's one of my favorite quotes, and it's from Rumi. He's a Sufi poet. He was alive in the 13th century, and he wrote, "Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there." When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas and language and even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. This has a lot in it, but what it means to me and why I put it at the beginning of this book is that I really believe that beyond ego, beyond judgment, our natural state is all the things that you desire. Happiness, success, engagement, innovation, collaboration, all of those things that you want are our natural state. If we get beyond, so out in that field, beyond right and wrong, so where there's no judgment, there's no ego, there's no drama, that the world is full. Everything we desire is out there. When I have been able to implement what I wrote about in No Ego, there's this workplace that we've created here at Reality Based Leadership, this workplace that is profoundly satisfying, that is naturally collaborative, naturally fun, naturally easygoing, but high on execution. Naturally, we can get a ton done with few people, that people spend zero time on why it won't work or why we can't, and all their time on how we could. And that if we could really just put into practice some of the things that I write about in the book, we can experience that. And the difference being that most people call me and they want training to improve teamwork, or they want training to improve collaboration, or they want less conflict, or they want people more accountable. And they want me to come in and add that in, teach their people how to do that. And we really don't have trainings on those things for a reason. We have trainings on how to ditch the drama, because once the drama's gone, your natural state is collaboration, is innovation, is all of these things. I don't have to add it in. I don't have to teach your people how to do that. Authentically, when you get to the best part of their brain, that interior cortex that is beyond that frontal cortex where ego is, when you get there, it's our mammal brain. Potential is unlimited. Life is abundant. When we can move people into a higher consciousness, work becomes effortless. And there's just so much potential that it's absolutely amazing. The bottom line of my book is that all the things we desire are our natural state once the drama's gone, which means that leadership and HR have a new role to play. It's not about trying to teach your ego to buy in to what will be its death. It is bypassing that ego and tapping into what's already there. And it reminds me of an interview someone supposedly did with Michelangelo. Now, I haven't checked back to see historically if this is true, but it's a great story. When they saw David, the statue that he carved, people were taken so aback and in awe. They're like, how did you do this? This must have been so difficult. And I'm paraphrasing, but his response was actually, it was effortless. They said, well, how did you create David? How did you carve David? And he said, I didn't carve David. I just chipped away all the pieces that weren't David. David was there. That beauty was already innate in that stone. I just took away all the things that weren't David, and that's what I created. I think in HR and leadership, we're working on the wrong end of the equation. I think we're trying to infuse things that we wish were people's natural states, instead of, like Michelangelo did, just carve away anything that wasn't our natural state. So in writing No Ego, based on that belief, I wanted to name a new role for leaders, that their job was this removing of poor mental processes, drama, a distorted view of reality, and that we would need to work hard to align our HR and leadership systems like engagement and change so that we quit sending double messages. I want you to be accountable, but let me slow change down and coddle you. I wanted to stop that contradiction and get us simple and aligned and really focused on what's true from a higher level of consciousness.